Venus and her feminist impact. What can mythology and mythological art say about a society? One of the stems of classic and ancient art is religious imagery, as well as the female form. Some of the oldest, yet most famous surviving works involve these, including the Alexandress of Antioch's Venus de Milo and Venus of Willendorf, whose artist is unknown. These works focus and analyze the feminine form and or the meaning of Venus, as the word holds many, and what it signifies about how women are seen as society grows. From museum sites, research papers, articles to journal entries, it seems the impact these works have had on our culture is very evident. They even have had societal impact on beauty standards. Examining the form these artists have crafted and the standards in modern day, we can see how expectations for women have shifted over time. Firstly, the Venus de Milo, thought to be from the artist Alexandress of Antioch. This 150 BCE piece, despite being called Venus, has two theories as to who she's meant to display. One being that she represents, of course, Venus from Roman mythology, also known as Aphrodite to Greek mythos. She is the goddess of love, and her namesake has been used for feminine ideas many times throughout history. Even so, another theory, according to the online article, The Mysterious History of the Marble Venus de Milo Statue from My Modern Met, quote, she may also represent Emephorite, the goddess of the sea, who held special significance on the Greek island of Melos, where the work of art was found. The statue was even discovered near a Parian marble apple, the same material as a sculpture, which is one of Emephorite's symbols, unquote. The truth is lost to time, but her meaning is not. Among other things that have changed with time, it is said that the Venus de Milo was originally adorned with jewelry and colorfully painted, but this has faded or fallen off throughout the years. By the time it was donated to the Louvre in 1821 by Louis XVIII, her arms had fallen off. According to the Louvre's website, quote, when she first arrived at the Louvre, it was suggested that her missing arm should be restored, but the idea was eventually abandoned for fear of changing the nature of the work, unquote. It is stated that it was hard to decide how to place the arms, so they decided not to, adding even more depth to this piece. Time is very important to art, this one especially, considering how she's deteriorated and changed, yet remains beautiful. Much like how stands for women change, but they all remain beautiful, though in their own unique ways. The book Aphrodite, Art Inner Venus by Patty Pagano, quote, Aphrodite shapes the whole world and inspires it with her spirit. From her comes not so much the ecstasy of desire as the charm which kindles and propels it, unquote. Like the god it's displaying, the art represents feminine desire and charm and the standards at the time. She is sculpted to simulate soft tissue with gentle curves, yet holds a pristine feel to her stature. There's emotion somehow, even as the expression she holds is mostly blank. According to the article from the Journal of Education, quote, up to Alexander's time, 4th century BC, the belief of the people forbade the literal rendering of the human form. At first, womankind as such was scorned among the Greeks, and they did not present her in any form of art. Unquote. It wasn't soon before her creation that her form was hated, yet here she stands. Even if broken, dulled, she stands, and that holds meaning in of itself. Venus of Willendorf by an unknown artist. This work is one of the oldest and most famous surviving works of art known, being from about 24,000 BCE and crafted with limestone. Here, Venus doesn't necessarily mean the goddess, but means a general woman. In fact, it wasn't even named by the artist, as they are unknown. While this art is similar to the former, in the sense that it is carved to simulate softness and curves, there is a different goal here. SmartHistory.org states, quote, the most conspicuous elements of her anatomy are those that deal with the process of reproduction and child-rearing, unquote. Rather than making something to revere a god, like the Venus de Milo, this work was more to represent an idea. It emphasizes woman's fertility and how their purpose at the time was to birth children. As dehumanizing as this can be interpreted, it has been reclaimed to be seen as other ideas. The book My Name is Goddess of Willendorf, written by Tamara Albana, states, quote, remembering Willendorf's powerful story reminds us of the beautiful abundance of the female body, and with all of her hills and valleys, lush softness and fertility, unquote. The emphasized features can also give a message of body positivity, and a way for women to have diverse role models. In an age of strict beauty standards, it can be refreshing to see a curvy, soft woman be revered as a god. Conclusion. These works focus and analyze the feminine form and or the meaning of Venus, and what it signifies about how women are seen as society grows. positive or negative message can be taken, considering its subjectivity, but it hopefully leads to a healing of a broken ideology. Even if this art is old, dulled, and cracked, it still holds strong to feminism and those it caters to, if they wish to look.